By now, you've probably heard the news that YouTuber Twomad was found dead at 23 of suspected overdose. After a welfare check was done, he missed a lot of appointments he was supposed to go to, so they sent some people to check on him, and they found him unresponsive, and he had passed away. And the reaction from the internet is mixed at best. But before we get to all that, first off, all right, who was Twomad? Now, if you already know, Twomad is a YouTuber who started 5 years ago, like making very mean charged, like unhinged kind of content. Like you got like this one here that's like breaking into McDonald's, Jameen from BTS. Other popular ones like Would You Say the N-Word for an iPhone? Belle Delphine mailed me her. Who is Joe? Joe Mama.
Joe Mama.
And other people may be familiar with Twomad from all the YouTube videos covering the drama that he's been through, or seeing his Twitter rants over the past couple of years, because Twomad got caught up in some allegations, some sexual assault allegations were put out against him. Some stuff went to court. Even like back in the in the article, the Daily News here, this is the picture they picked of him, the salute. But even in here, they talk about Goldie Bell claiming that he stalked her when he tried to cut ties, and he goes on these long Twitter rants about what happened, and there's like there's a whole rabbit hole you can go down if you want to. And then he also got in trouble on Twitter for making a post saying that he has a new girlfriend. Look, now this person here was a 16-year-old trans girl who was murdered and under the suspicion of a hate crime. He says he didn't know at the time, but then later doubled down saying, hey, look, Twomad GF, she's 8, trans, got stabbed to death by bullies. No.
Yeah. So after he found out, he went back and doubled down.
I mean, no one truly understands Twomad. It was very unfiltered and just, I wouldn't even say, like, there was no concept of like holding back anything. It was just, okay. And the guy had like 200 tweets a day. The guy was in, but like the guy like just kind of destroyed his content creation career very quickly. And then this last video they had on this channel was over a year ago. He went on to some people's podcast where he would rant and about all kinds of stuff. He was, to put it into perspective, like content creation, kind of like in my mind, I have like a bar, and on like zero is the content creators that just do not care what's happening in the space. They're just doing their own thing. They're staying away from everything. They don't care. They're minding their own business, doing their own thing. Think of like current PewDiePie, right? He's a zero. He like could not care less about what's going on and is not involved. I doesn't want to be involved in anything. And then you have 10, which is the people who were like, oh, my numbers are better than you, so I'm better. Do you not know who I am? Blah, blah, blah. My life is my content. I'm freaking... Yeah. The content creators that you just can't stand to be around as anybody, even a content creator. Twomad was a 12.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I consider myself to be somewhere between like 2 and 5, and I kind of bounce between those. But
between 2 and 5.
Right.
And depending on the mood.
And so it brings me, it's unfortunate that he passed away and that he died at the young age of 23, but the reaction from the internet is pretty hilarious. Because let's all be honest, Twomad, his legacy he's leaving behind is not one of positivity. I mean, to be honest, the guy was kind of a big piece of trash. Again, it sucks that he died. I'm not trying to make light of that, but I'm not going to pretend that he was a good person by any means, any stretch of the word, just because he has passed. And you can go on Twitter and just kind of see what people have said. They've been bringing up how he's been playing Overwatch for the past 5 days after his death because, well, and from that, you got like this. Twomad in his apartment overdosing. His Overwatch queue keeps looking for matches to drop.
Oh, no.
This is how it feels to log in and see a Twomad died.
Oh my God! No.
So you really have two types of people. You got the people that are like either like don't really know too much about it, and they're like being like, oh man, R.I.P. man, you're a fantastic creator. You'll always be missed. I loved you. And then the people who kind of kept up with everything, they're like, So we also have a tweet on the day of Twomad's reported that he died from Jamesky here. Now, Jamesky's a YouTuber. He's got over 2 million followers. Does a lot of gaming compilation videos. Had this to say about Twomad. I can finally say it. Twomad was a rapist and a pedophile.
Oh.
Over the past few years, he tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done. He wanted to take out multiple innocent lives by getting behind a wheel and going head on freeway while being high on illegal drugs. He didn't succeed once as he overdosed before killing anyone, so he tried it again. So apparently this wasn't his first
He's actually done this?
Well, let me get finished reading it and we'll talk about this.
Okay.
Despite him trying to murder me and multiple innocent lives, I've been trying to help law enforcement to make sure he's safe, doesn't get hurt, and doesn't harm anyone. Please remember that he's a rapist and a pedophile. He continued to prey on the vulnerable even after the police got involved, including a 13-year-old in a mental hospital. The tragedy doesn't excuse any of his actions. I'll address a lot of this stuff when I fully collect my thoughts. Past few months been a total mess. The reason I ended up in the ER. Please give me time. And so my initial reaction to reading this was, that seems like something that you should have talked about when the man was alive. You know, yeah. I don't know if there's some legal things that are going on, if he's working with the police and can't talk about it. But I mean, if someone was trying to murder me, everybody would know. Oh, everybody would know if someone was trying to kill me. So apparently he's going to bring out more of this, maybe some receipts, maybe like anything substantial. But say that Rubber Ross also added to the story here, which he quoted and said, "This is a lot, but yeah, I witnessed firsthand Twomad's threats on James' life during TwitchCon. He couldn't even go home because he knew his address and was en route to Vegas after threats. He had to use our hotel room to hide out while waiting for law enforcement." So wow. That gives another person coming in and being like, "Hey, yeah, dude was like this happened," you know.
They're both in the gaming community as far as YouTube goes, right? Like gaming space.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I can only imagine what had to happen like in game to get mad enough. Like, that's it, bro. I'm coming to your house.
Oh man, I don't know. It's Twomad on Valentine's Day 2024. So this is actually this is actually him. So there was a meme that went around. It's called the Good Night Girl meme.
I know we couldn't Skype tonight, but that's all right. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
That was a extremely popular clip that got spread around for a long time. But yeah, so they've taken that and yeah. Oh, it sucks that he's died. I hate for anyone to pass away, but at the same time, it's kind of like if the allegations that they're saying about him are true, then I don't think we're missing out on anything, you know?
Right. So dude posted that like he'll follow up later. He needs time. That was today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the time of this recording, that was today, yeah.
Okay.
5 hours ago.
I almost want to like keep up with this, you know what I'm saying? And like see what he says later, just to follow it. I don't know, man. Like I feel involved now, and I'm like, oh, what the heck happened?
Yeah, it's like I said, the first time I read, I woke up this morning and read the tweet, and I had like a mental rant about just YouTubers in general in my head, because there's a lot of crap that goes on behind the scenes, but content creators are so precious about their own careers that they will like sit on valuable information and like illegal stuff to avoid anything that might, you know, splash back on them and like hurt their own careers. And I'm aware of stuff like that not anything that I need to come out and talk about, but I'm aware that that's just how people are when it comes to it, because it's always after something happens or someone else calls it out first that everyone's like, oh yeah, me too, you know?
Right, exactly.
I mean, I honestly wish that the community, the content creator community in general would just be more aggressive about when people are doing wrong and they know it, instead of worrying about themselves.
Yeah, just be upfront.
Yeah, it's like such and such is doing this. Oh no, I better keep it a secret
until way too late.
It's a very disconnected. I mean, I know you guys probably watching you can't really relate to what I'm talking about, but it is a real thing that content creators will just look the other way when they know bad things are happening, because maybe the person doing it is more popular than them. Maybe the person they're trying to network with that person. You know, there's all these like crappy reasons to go into it, and so that's what I thought at first. But then the story's been backed up, and so I am curious to see like where it goes and like what I want to see some receipts. I want to know what's going on. So we'll follow up with that. I wasn't even really going to make a video about it. Then I started looking at all these responses and everything, and it's like logging onto Twitter and seeing Twomad's dead, and everybody's just dancing. I'm like, oh my God, dude!
Yeah.
Like what?
This is everywhere.
It's like,
what a
God.
mixed bag. Well,
I think a majority of it is a majority of it is like, woo, but then there's the people in there, of course, they're like, oh, but he died, and you know, no matter what, we have to feel bad. No, I don't think we have to feel bad about this one. It's unfortunate he didn't live long enough to make amends or make it better or even pay for the crimes that he's committed. But at the same time, allegedly, of course, but at the same time, may have saved more potential victims. Who knows? Either way, he's dead. R.I.P. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. So, my friends. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.